Welcome back to another episode of The Valentine Show. Expecting you guys are having a wonderful and blessed day. A little something different today. We're going to talk about a couple of three stories to be exact. We're going to be talking about the Democratic member from the Michigan State Legislature who is threatening Trump supporters, what she did and what has been the fallout of her viral video. And there have been some fallouts. We're going to be talking about Donald Trump joins the Texas case in the Supreme Court, where he's saying that there's something there, right? And we're going to be talking about the specifics of that. And YouTube has decided to embark on another of their many voyages, right? Voyages of censorship and content that they don't like, plain and simple. And they have the right to do all that stuff. But we also have the right to take our conservative dollars and put them somewhere else. Let's get into the first story. This is a lady by the name of Cynthia Wilson, Michigan Democrat, of course. They just coming all out with it. Look what she says.
So this is just a warning to you Trumpers. Be careful. Walk lightly.
Oof.
We ain't playing with you.
Okay.
Enough of the shenanigans. Enough is enough. And for those of you who are soldiers, you know how to do it. Do it right. Be in order. Make them pay.
Democrat threatening violence, promoting violence, typical Democrat, because that's what they're good for. I just don't understand, to be honest. We're dealing with this whole election situation that's going on. Democrats are very scared. Obviously, like you see this lady right here. Let it go to the courts. Let the courts decide. That's it. I mean, it's that simple. Yet it seems like these people are scared. They're telling people to go make them pay, these Trumpers, because again, you cannot have a different point of view. There is literal war against people that support the President Trump. There's cancel culture everywhere of people that support the President of the United States of America. Now, they're elected officials are calling for violence against people who support the President of the United States. Democrats. That's where we're at. But it doesn't stay there. Thank God. Look what has happened to this lady. Michigan House Speaker removes Detroit Democrat from committees citing threats in video. I mean, hey, that sounds good to me. Look what it says here. Threats to Democrats or Republicans are unacceptable and un-American. They're even more unbecoming of elected officials. Rep. C.A. Johnson has been stripped of her committees, and we're looking into further disciplinary action as the proper authorities conduct their investigation. This is the Speaker of the House, Lee Chatfield, if I'm not mistaken. So this lady has been stripped of some of her roles in the legislature, and they're thinking about other disciplinary action. As a matter of fact, she should just be, in my opinion, she should just be replaced, plain and simple. You don't call for violence, especially an elected official. Violence? You're calling for direct violence of people? Come on, man. You don't do that. This is your first time here. Hit that like button. We're trying to make the channel grow, and only with your help, we're going to make it happen by sharing, which is very important in these times. We're going to get into a story. The end is going to be the last story where YouTube is censoring our message, right? Things that don't agree with them, right? With the left. It's important for you to share. Share this video right now. Stop being scared. Stop being scared. The left is not scared. You're scared. The left is not scared. Share the video, not only my content, share other content creators, because obviously the message needs to be out there. Let's continue here. We're gonna be talking about the lawsuit that and let's get. I'm gonna give you the reason as to why the state of Texas is suing these other states in regards to the election of the United States. This is a real powerful lawsuit. So powerful, the president of the United States, Donald J. Trump, is jumping in along with this lawsuit with Texas. So let's give it from the beginning, that way you guys could understand exactly the importance of this and why this makes more sense. I'm gonna read you these press release by the Attorney General of Texas, and then I'm gonna give you my 2 cents. Look what it says here. This is thanks to the office of the Attorney General in Texas, Ken Paxton. AG Paxton sues battleground states for unconstitutional changes to 2020 election laws. We're already getting a little hint as to where this is going. We are going to say, though, they're going to say the Attorney General is saying that the laws, the changes made to these independent states' voting rules are unconstitutional. Let's keep reading here. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton today filed a lawsuit against Georgia, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin in the United States Supreme Court. By the way, those states are enough to flip the election towards the president of the United States. The 4 states exploited the Rona 19, or as I like to call it, actually not. I got this. Let me give credit where credit is due to Chris Plant in the Chris Plant Show. Hilarious. He calls it the Wuhan Red Death. The Wuhan. So let's read it again. The 4 states exploited the Wuhan Red Death pandemic to justify ignoring federal and state election laws and unlawfully enacting last-minute changes, thus skewing the results of the 2020 general election. The battleground states flooded their people with unlawful ballot applications and ballots while ignoring statutory requirements as to how they were received, evaluated, and counted. From him, trust in the integrity of our election process is sacrosanct and binds our citizenry and the states in the union together. Georgia, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin destroyed that trust and compromised the security and integrity of the 2020 elections. The states violated statutes enacted by their duly elected legislature, thereby violating the Constitution. Again, it's centering around the Constitution. By ignoring both states and federal law, these states have not only tainted the integrity of their own citizens' vote, but of Texas and every other state that held lawful elections, said Attorney General Paxton. Their failure to abide by the rule of law casts a dark shadow of doubt over the outcome of the entire election. We now ask the Supreme Court to step in to correct this egregious error. Translated into regular people talk, I like the strategy. The strategy is a simple one. It's the changes enacted because of the Wuhan Red Death to individual states of the Union, which he cited Georgia, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin, unlawfully, unconstitutionally gave ballots to all these people. Some of them even, some states even send it out without you asking the ballots, right, for the ballots. Hence, opening the floodgates to fraud, doing something that is illegal, and when it comes to Texas and to every other legal vote and every other state that held good and legal elections that did not do this, diluting the votes or diluting legal votes. That is where the whole argument sits at. Let me explain that again. Because these states enacted unlawful, unconstitutional laws, it diluted the votes of Texans. Hence, unconstitutional. Let the Supreme Court decide. And that's where they're taking this at. Again, the President of the United States has joined this effort. I think there's something here. I like these strategies a little bit more when in regards to or contrasting to strategies that you have to literally go in one by one and check the signatures of everybody. If this, for example, because this vote could literally, this decision could literally just invalidate all the mail-in ballots, all of them, right? If, let's say, the Supreme Court or the United States sides with this Attorney General, Ken Paxton. So sounds good, looks good to me. Now we're waiting. All we're waiting right now is for the United States Supreme Court to decide whether they're going to hear these arguments. I think Senator Ted Cruz decided to, if it goes through, he will be presenting the arguments in the Supreme Court. I'm gonna tell you right now, man. Ted Cruz has done a 180 from the time that he gave his speech at the Republican National Convention in 2016. Obviously, you guys know the feud that there was with Ted Cruz and Donald J. Trump. A very heated feud, very personal feud. But Ted Cruz is one of the fiercest soldiers for Trump. Ted Cruz is doing an excellent job, and he says he's willing to present the arguments for this case if the United States Supreme Court decides to take it up. Now, there's some dates that are important. We passed some dates supposedly saying that, okay, we're out of time. Is that true? No. None of these dates matter. None of these. As a matter of fact, they could even all certify these elections. There's court cases still pending. The date that matters is January 20th, the day that supposedly the other president takes off. That is the date that matters. Until then, we have all this time. Forget about the dates that the media is trying to tell you. Forget about this, forget about that. We have all this time for any court cases to get resolved in the Supreme Court or wherever it needs to be taken. So we do have enough time. I'm going to be paying attention to this lawsuit right here because, again, it's very powerful, and it alleges these things that they claim is unconstitutional. Not only that, but look at this, guys. One thing is to just throw crazy things, and one little lawyer saying a little stupid thing or saying that he believed that this and that. But now we have, with this Texas lawsuit, we have 17 states from the union supporting this lawsuit of Texas. Look what it says here. Thanks to CNBC, 17 states tell Supreme Court they support Texas bid to reverse Biden. 17 states told the Supreme Court that they support an effort by Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton to sue to effectively reverse President-elect Joe Biden's projected win in the Electoral College. Again, that's where everything matters right there, the Electoral College. And it's funny thing, I mean, because even if the electors that are selected go and vote for Trump, like it's like it invalidates the popular vote also. The filing came a day after Paxton asked the Supreme Court for permission to sue Georgia, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin over their election results, which Biden won. President Trump defeated Biden in the President Donald Trump defeated Biden in the popular vote of the states supporting Paxton. Okay, so the states, yes, that's something that is true. All the states supporting this bid. I mean, but there's 17 states again. I mean, it doesn't take away from the fact that, yes, they are all Republican. It doesn't take away from the fact that there's 17 states. And I list them for you here. They are, look what it says here, Missouri, Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Indiana, Kansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Montana, Nebraska, North Dakota, Oklahoma, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Utah, and West Virginia. All those 17 states are supporting this bid. You guys, we have I know the media is concentrated on president-elect and all these things, but we have 17 states, apart from a state that is now suing the Supreme Court. There's 17 states that support Texas to question the integrity of the election. There's 17 states that doubt the results of the election. To Democrats and to people that are saying, "No, we shouldn't do that. They shouldn't take it. There's all frivolous lawsuits, etc." It's the Trumpers. Don't you care that a whole bunch of millions upon millions of United States citizens might feel that their vote didn't count? Isn't democracy about making sure your vote count? Don't you want democracy to decide whether your vote counted or not? Or not to decide, but to let you know that the vote counted or not. Don't you want that? And for the people that are, I'm saying, like, there's people complaining that the Republicans are taking this to court. Like, relax. If your dude won, he won, plain and simple. But let the courts decide that, right? For the people that are here, thank you so much for being here. Hit that like button. Do all that good stuff. Helps me out a lot. Let's get to the last story. And this is, guys, why it's very important. Again, we are heading into a very different time in the United States of America. We are heading where one ideology is not accepted. One ideology is not politically correct. You cannot be that, because if not, you deserve to be shamed. As that rep from Michigan said, you deserve to be confronted because of your ways of thinking. You're not allowed to have that in America, again, where democracy, one of our biggest imports to the world is democracy. YouTube, as of today, Wednesday, is going to now be deleting videos that allege fraud and errors, and that errors change the election result. YouTube will be curating, as they have proven to be in the past, and not only YouTube, but a whole bunch of mainstream media. Now they will be deleting videos, and because this is what they're saying: you can decide for your own what is correct and what is wrong. We are gonna decide for you because we are the big boys. I mean, if that doesn't scare you, I don't know what will. Let's read a little bit here. YouTube, this is thanks to PC Mag. YouTube to delete videos that allege errors change the election. Now, new YouTube videos that claim the 2020 elections was rigged due to widespread fraud or errors will no longer be allowed on the platform. The policy, which goes into effect today, Wednesday, the 9th of December, is intended to dwarf misinformation that might mislead the American public. The Google-owned platform announced the change a day after the U.S. reached its so-called safe harbor deadline, which is not a real deadline in the Constitution. That's what I was talking about, these deadlines that they say, oh, they have certain date to present these lawsuits. No, forget about that. Deadline when the states should have completed any election challenges, recounts, or audits. Okay. It will be taking these, and actually it has been saying that it has been doing that, and that it has been promoting more proven sources like the mainstream media, who has been proven to lie and do all that stuff. But, and again, this is the funny thing: YouTube has the right to do that. YouTube, it's in all its rights to do all that stuff. But we have the right to take our businesses somewhere else. Again, guys, we need to start thinking about where else we're gonna go. Me personally, I've been looking at different things, looking at Rumble, looking at one that calls my attention a lot called Library. I think it's spelled LBRY, LBRY, which is something that is generated. It's a platform using what's it called? The technology that Bitcoin uses is called blockchain technology. Blockchain technology, meaning that they don't have control over, they can't take down one of your videos, basically, because it's literally, the videos are everywhere. They cannot take it down. So that's very, I like it. Besides, they have a little like side, you could call it side market thing, where you could get actual, like they have their own electronic coin, like Bitcoin. I forget what's the name of it. And they, you're able, if you watch videos, you are able to tip a content creator, and that content creator could take those coins, right, and they could actually exchange it for real money, believe it or not. So a lot of interesting stuff out there that's coming out right now. But we need to make sure where our conservative dollars are going to. Not only this, we got to be strategic about it. Where there's YouTube, where there's this, where there's that, YouTube will suffer the consequences of the market. Markets just work like that. If the content creators go somewhere else, YouTube is going down the drain, plain and simple. And history has shown things come and go, plain and simple. Companies come and go. Standard Oil used to be a company that used to be a monopoly. If I'm not mistaken, I think because of Standard Oil, they made the rules against monopolies and trust. Where is Standard Oil today? Nowhere. It controlled the whole market. Where is Standard Oil? Did you even know about Standard Oil before this video? Same thing most likely will happen to YouTube. We need to support the content creators also that are putting it on the line here, making these videos and doing these things, because again, guys, they're coming for us and our way of life. And if we don't stand up and speak for our way of life, trust me when I tell you, nobody's gonna do it. Guys, remember to like, comment, share, do all that stuff. It helps me a lot, guys. Did you like this longer video? Did you like something like this? Might do it every Wednesday, the middle of the week. The most important things that are going on. A little long video where you could put on in your house or in your car and drive to work, or drive actually back from work, or whatever it is that you guys are doing. Guys, enjoy the rest of the day. God bless. Godspeed me, Valentine. I am out.